Hello, my friends. How are you? Hiker Dave NE here. So we had an interesting turn of events here. I was out here. What day? I think it was last Friday. I don't know the date. Sorry. And I was out here with my buddy Gary, and I had put 3 marbles in here again. And when me and Gary had come out here to check about a week later, there was 2 marbles missing, and there was just 1 left there by itself. And I thought that was pretty interesting. I believe that's the first time that's ever happened to me, that 1 was left behind. So yesterday, I came out here with my son, who come to visit me, and the marbles were back again. So there were 3 marbles back again. And this is the way I restructured how I put them in here. But there was 1 marble here when me and Gary were here. So I took those sticks out and I made a smaller little, my little sign here, my triangle. And this is how I'm leaving it now. It's a little bit further back into the structure itself. And it's been untouched, so that's 24 hours it's been there. And really odd that when me and Gary came out here, there was only 1 marble left. And the sticks that I was using for my little triangle were all gobble mumble jug up there. 1 was broken and really strange. So I wasn't sure how this was going to look today. And I figured me and my son wanted to go for a walk. So we come out here and I'm checking on the marbles, and we plan on taking a walk up the ridge up there, and we're just going to nose around up there, see if we see anything new or different. But I do want to check on the marbles again over here on the stone, on this big boulder. So let's see about that. These are the marbles that are consistently never ever messed with. They're always here whenever I check on them. And same, untouched. I have a few more marbles. Whoa. Bugs are getting bad up here now this time of year. A few more marbles in another structure. Where was it? Over here, I have a couple that have been also left untouched. So that's that, guys, on that. I don't even know what to think anymore about it. It's interesting. I did bring out a really large marble. It's pretty big, substantial in size. And I'm curious if I put it in here in this little structure along with the other 3 blue marbles. I wonder if it would be too big for a little woodland creature to take off with it, or a bird. There's no way a bird's going to put this marble in its mouth, or a squirrel, or whatever. So let's plant that bad Larry and see what happens. We'll go from there. So this is the bad Larry that I'm going to put in there. It's a pretty good size marble. I know I said before I'm done with the marble experiment, but something keeps on drawing me back, keeps on pulling me in. All right, let's see how I want to do this here. I'm not sure how I want this to go. All right, so I kind of pushed it down in the middle, and we'll see. I don't know, guys. I really don't. I'm still baffled why there's so much activity around this teepee structure and not the other ones down the way. And the marbles on the boulder are always just left untouched, and yet consistently something is thieving my marbles on over here. So me and my son Grady are out here, and I want to take him up on the ridge up here, but I'm looking at the terrain as far as it's some really muddy spots out here. So I think I'm going to take the old secret squirrel passage, and we'll totally go around this spot. I'll go back up to the trailhead where we parked, and then we'll circle around and come in a kind of a different direction, and we'll end up on top of this ridge up here. And we're going to do a little exploring on the other side, and we're going to see if anything's changed, which is just an excuse to say we wanted to go for a hike in the woods and see if we could find any Sam Squamp sign. What the heck is that in the water? Frogs, maybe? Something jumped in there. Yeah, it's nice and muddy and sludgy. So I think that's exactly what we're going to do. Yeah, we're going to go around, Grady. Yeah, we'll go back up, like I said, and we'll go up to the trailhead and take that little logging road kind of back up here. Because it's all muddy and crappy, and I know you didn't bring your boots with you, so... The stream's running really, really low today. Well, not just today. I noticed it yesterday when we came out here. It was really low. Kind of surprised. You'd think from all the snow melt up north that it would kind of make its way down here. You'd think this stream would be raging. Nope, not today. So I often talk about that I believe that Sasquatch get closer to us than a lot of people believe, like state parks, state forest, and that they like to observe us and watch kids playing on a swing set at a park as long as they've got cover to do so. And I've always said that you can go pretty local to your home, depending. I mean, if you live in the inner city, but in some suburbs, rural areas, you can find sign of Sasquatch fairly close to hiking trails and stuff like that. And I was watching a director's edit. It was Les Stroud came out with a video of where he kind of critiques his own video, and it was him and Todd Standing, and it was a Bigfoot show that they did, and it was Todd Standing trying to talk to Les Stroud and kind of show him the things that he believes is sign and things like this. And Les Stroud said, he can understand what the interesting thing is. If you're out in a really remote, say a mountain range or really remote, and you're out there 10, 15, 20 miles deep into the forest, and there's no hiking trails, and it's not an area that people generally go, that I suppose that is a little more interesting when you do see sign in those areas where, I see a lot of sign out here, a lot of sign in this particular area by my house. But there are also hiking trails here. Just the little trail I'm on now is an old logging road, an old logging road kind of grown over. And so, when I see tree breaks and these stick leans and things that are suspect that I believe to be Bigfoot sign, there's more of a chance that a person could have done it. For the simple reason that people are out here. Whereas if you're 20 miles deep in the forest and you see these things, it may become a little bit more, it may point a little bit more towards it being Sasquatch than even like where I'm at now, where I see these signs and my marbles go missing and stuff like that. Well, there's people that hike out here, so that has to be kept in mind, just to stay true to yourself as far as thinking, Bigfoot definitely did this, or that's, what was that sound? That was definitely Bigfoot. Well, there's all kinds of people that hike out here, and so that's something that you keep in mind. With that being said, even when I say you can find sign right in your own backyard, if you have a large wooded area, say your property butts up against a huge wooded area, and that you could potentially walk 50, 60, 100 yards into the woods and start seeing tree breaks and stuff like that. And I still believe that. That's you can find Bigfoot sign close to populated areas. But I really thought that Les Stroud brought up a good point, that it's easier to explain out here, for instance, in an area where people are hiking all the time, whereas Les Stroud, Todd Standing took Les Stroud in a remote area and they were finding these things. It feels a little more convincing depending on where you are, right? My son Grady's getting all outdoorsmen and stuff like that. So here's the vantage point of the view from up on this ridge that I so often talk about. And I've taken you guys up here before, but maybe some of you newer viewers or stuff like that haven't seen. Militarily speaking, this spot is where I would want to be. Or if I was a hunter, it's perfect up here. It's just a great spot to see what's coming your way. And I've got a great view, awesome, almost a great 360 view. But it's a good spot because people, when they enter these woods, generally will come down a trail. That trail and that brook or little stream is off that way. And the teepee structures are down that way. That huge boulder is right over in this area here. And it would be just a perfect spot to observe. If you were a Sasquatch, of course. It's interesting. Well, that's an interesting find in the woods. Sasquatch has an office chair out here. Oh, why would people do this? Why? You got an X sitting right there. That's cool. That's a shame. Oh, this looks like a trail here, kind of, maybe a game trail. Did you see Bigfoot's office chair? Yeah, take a load off, huh? Shoot.
Bigfoot's thinking seat.
Yeah. Why would someone dump that out here is what I want to know. It ain't right. It's not right.
It's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor, yeah. It's art, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Give it a wrap. Well, you don't want to break your killing club, do you? Oh, did you crack it? Oh, release the Kraken.
Alright, time to go full-fledged
now you might as well friggin' smash it. Oh, jeez. Cut. Well, not the most interesting hike, that's for sure, that we've been on lately, but I figured I'd take you guys with me, and a little short hike. It was great to spend some time with my son out hiking for a little bit. Thank you so much for clicking, you guys, and I'll definitely see you on the next one.